All right. All right. I think we got it right there. Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, or good evening, whenever time you happen to watch this video. Um, this is a cup of JoJo, and I feel good. I want to share a story with you. And look at this. I can't get the lighting right, but let's do it anyways. As you know, I'm not a tech guy. We're working on these things. Check 1 2, check 1 2. The lighting is bad on the right hand side of your face. Well, I can't do anything about it. So I have a light right here. This is Bush League. Oh Lord, I could turn toward the light. Follow the light. Well, all right, enough of that. So thank you for the views. They're building up. I appreciate those that come onto the video. And here's a story. If you're not familiar with my channel, I used to run errands for some crime families and stuff like that. And I wrote a book about my memoirs about a lot of different subject matters. But so I can't take this being in the dark. I can't take it. Oh, Lord. So I was running errands for a family in Western New York and going to New York, and everything. And I was, they played card games and stuff, and they played big money card games. And so I would go hustle those games, and if anybody needed something, it was easy money for me. And I would end up leaving them games sometimes with $300, $400, $500 in tips and stuff, or sometimes $50, depending on who was there, but it was usually the same cast of characters. So sometimes them guys would get real drunk and they'd need a ride home. And fine with me, that might mean a possible another tip. So this one guy who was a serious cat there, and I used to have dialogue with him, but I realized that he was not a guy to get too close to, and the boss, Sam, told me kind of stay away from him. He was kind of protective at times, but things happen and they're beyond your control at times. So he's looks to be drunk, and he says, "JoJo, I need a ride." And he's got all this cash and everything, and then he's drinking and stuff like that. And next thing you know, he's got, I says, all right. And he gives me some money. Honestly, this is years ago. He probably gave me 50, 100, or 200 or something like that. So he's telling me to drive all over the place. It's 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I look over, and he's got all this ton of money all over the place, and he's really acting really crazy and drunk and everything else. Excuse me. And I'm looking, and it's just like it's all $100 bills and 50s, and he's sitting there, and I says, this guy's testing me. This guy is testing me. He's a dangerous guy, and he's acting like he's passing out. And I'm looking at him. I go, I'm not touching $1. I am not touching $1 from this guy. And so I kind of wake him up. Hey, where am I going? How please, I want to go home. Where you? And he's going, shut up, and stuff. So I he tells me to go down these streets, and I don't know, he's looking at people's houses or whatever. I can't figure it out. And so fast forward, I get him home and everything, and then I get called back up there to go do something, and I usually report it to the boss, Sam, and have lunch, and then we discuss some things, maybe my next errand to run. And he says, yeah, what happened with so-and-so? I said, yeah, he got drunk. He had all this money all over the place. And he said, well, what did he give you? I said, give me a couple bucks. I was happy. He said, yeah, he's crazy. He was just trying to test you. And I said, yeah, I kind of figured that. And he said, what did he have? I said, I think he made maybe $7,000-8,000 in the card game. And he actually had bundles of money everywhere. Then it was on the floor and everything else. But I picked it all up, put it in his pocket. When he was getting out of the car, I scooped up everything and put it in his pocket. Well, he said, yeah, he was just playing with you. He was trying to test you. And I says, you test me with big money on my errands and everything else. He says, yeah, but you could have just rolled him and pinched a couple hundred or whatever. So he says, so I says, okay, all right. Well, we discussed things and whatever business we had to do. And he says, oh, he's coming in. He wants to talk to you. I'm like, I didn't do anything. You know, I'm getting a little paranoid. And so he comes in a little while after. He's like, hey, Jojo, get over here. Take a walk outside. He goes, where's my money? I go, I put it all in your pocket and everything. My heart's pounded. He said, yeah. He said, I was drunk. He said, but I wasn't that drunk. I said, oh, well, I was just trying to get you home and everything else. And he was like, well, you did a good job. And I said, you were drunk and you put all that money all over. And I says, I didn't really want to say I knew you were testing me because I just wanted to be a good Samaritan and just get him home because I'm not trying to pinch or roll this guy when he's acting like he's got his guard down. No. They think these schemes, these chess games to test you, and then they'll test your morals, they'll test your knowledge, they'll test your IQ and everything. But I can roll in those areas. I can. I mean, they're not going to outfox my mind. A lot of them are very intelligent with high IQs, but I'm thinking 3 steps ahead. And this guy, he was involved in a lot of violence from across the state and maybe even Ohio and New Jersey, this guy. And I never got too close to him because I was told from the boss, stay away. But when you're trying to hustle money and everything, when these guys throw you money, you most of the time you're gonna get a good tip and everything. So I just thought I'd throw that in. Sorry for the lighting. I'm not a tech guy, but my stories come to my head at times. Something will trigger a story, and I'll remember this or that, and then But I achieved 500 views, a landmark. YouTube told me I achieved 500 views. So Thank you, everybody. I appreciate that. And I'm going to tell a story. Well, just whatever you see on there that comes up, you'll see what it is anyways. But holy mackerel, I've been stuck on 16 subscribers for a month. So my goal this week is to get one more subscriber, just for the probability of it happening. And oh, you know what? We got to get the Jesus Calling in for June 20th. All right, we'll do this. It's real quick. It's real quick. I speak to you continually. My nature is to communicate, though not always in words. I fling glorious sunsets across the sky day after day after day. I speak in the faces and voices of loved ones. I caress you with the gentle breeze and refreshes you and delights you. I speak softly in the depths of your spirit, where I have taken up residence. You can find me in each moment when you have eyes to see and ears to hear. I like that. I like using that. Have eyes to see and ears to hear and perceive things and see what's really at play. I rejoice each time you discover my presence. Practice looking and listening for me during quiet intervals. Gradually, you will find me in more and more of your moments. You will seek me and find me when you seek me above all else. So that's the spiritual breakfast there. And thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Sorry about the lighting, but I'm just still forging ahead. And remember, be kings and queens of your videos. I mean, somebody's ringing my doorbell and I can't think straight. Be kings and queens of your world. Stay great. And I'll talk to you soon with another story. Thanks a lot, folks.